Hi, welcome to the Shelley Studio and another Watercolor Wednesday. Today I decided to watercolor a bird, and so I am attempting to get the general shapes. So I'm just doing an oval for the head and an oval for the body, and just kind of lightly, probably should have been a little bit more lightly, in pencil, and then we'll go over it with ink. One of my pens that won't bleed when I put the watercolor over the top. So I just Googled birds online and found a bird I liked, so I'm sorry. I do not know the name of this bird. It's probably okay because it doesn't really look exactly like the bird I was trying to draw. And I make his tail way too long, so I do fix that in a minute. He is not a magpie. So we're going to just shorten that up a little bit more. Beauty about pencils, right? They erase. So the pen I'm using is my Pentel brush pen. It has a really soft tip, so you have to go kind of lightly if you want a thin line. But I really love that effect, and I know I've said that before. It works well, though, to get that feathery texture, I think. Decide I have to give this branch some leaves so that it looks more like spring and summer. Now we're going to pull out the eraser, and this is a soft white eraser I love because it doesn't, if you're light with it, it doesn't hurt the watercolor paper, which is really nice. So if you rub too hard in areas with a rough eraser, you change the texture of the paper, and then the watercolor doesn't go evenly. Now we're pulling out my Winsor Newton little set of watercolors, and we're going to make this bird yellow, I think. I'm just adding water to these two spots. I know that little well looks blue, but it comes out pretty yellow. The brush I'm using is not my favorite. It's like super soft and it just flops. But I thought that would be a good way for me to try to be lighter. And of course I lose a little control on the beak right there. We'll fix that. sop that up. I'm going to soak up some of this orange. It got a little too much orange. Put a little bit more yellow in there to brighten it up. Now we'll get some green on our leaves. I'm mixing the two greens together because I like the green it makes best. And again, I did use this floppy brush on purpose. It was supposed to help me be more loose, but I'm not really loosening up, am I? My idea was to have a sketchy watercolor, but I have a hard time going outside the lines. Though I do go outside the lines sometimes. It bothers me when I do, even though I'm trying. So I decided to add some splatters around so it would have that kind of sketchy look, like a field notes book. Trying to fix my little beak area. That orange is permanent. And I'm just splattering a little bit of every color I put on there, I think. Oh, and I wanted a little black on there so it looked like my ink bled or something. But it just looks like brush marks. Blotting up a few of those dots. Not to make them disappear necessarily, just to make sure they didn't run anywhere. And I decided I wanted some blue in here. I didn't want it just a white background. And so I'm trying to do this sketchy-like. This really, really soft brush. If I'd have left it right there, I probably would have been okay. Because it looked okay. It looked like it went to clouds. But no, I keep going. And there we go. So there's our little bird. Hope you liked that. And if you did like it, please hit like. And if you'd like to see more, please subscribe.